Good morning, everybody. I hope y'all can hear me. I see a lot of familiar faces in here today. Good morning. Scrolling up to Oxytail and Kenneth Bennett. We have Nickel, Rivy Sticks, a moderator. Do what she says. When she says jump, you say how high. Good morning, Noah Miller, Phaedry, Nix Aromaticon. Got your name right this week. Alas Hellcat, welcome, welcome. Who else is here? Scorpius. We have Never Johnson. Welcome to you too. And who else is here today? Wired Man and Pamela Wild. Welcome. Welcome, Texas. Wolven Mistress, welcome to the stream today. Oh boy, my chat just jumped. Who else is here? Let's see, we have the Crazy Watermelon. Hello, hello. Noah Miller from Maryland. East Tennessee. Welcome. Oh, Nix Romaticon, you're from Hungary. Awesome. Eric Branson, hello, hello. Meb, hello. And unfortunately, I can't read Cyrillic text, so welcome to you. I don't know your name, sorry. Your local grub dog, hello. Melody Bunne, welcome. Osmond Foe, Pearling Draws, Mr. Pathan, Hosgoth1, Matthew America, Theanictos, Alexandra Sigernon, welcome to the stream. Wade Parker, Pan Pembork, Sinister Legion. How sinister are you? Yeah, Pearlwing, I realized that last week. While I was editing, I was like, I should probably read these out a little bit more. It's a funny thing. I'm learning a lot about streaming, so it's going to be a bit of an educational process here. Hello, the Davidas and James Winterbottom. Yeah, we're going to go straight for the Resident Archive. Absolutely. Yeah, pre-game jitters setting in. But it is definitely a big learning curve. And being on for 3 hours is very different than recording 5 minutes and being on for those 5 minutes and then stopping recording and thinking about what to say next. You don't really have that luxury when you're streaming. Thanks, AG. So the Cyrillic text reads Dennis. Well, welcome, Dennis. I'm going to take you at your word, AG. I will get to today's agenda in about 2 minutes. Okay, actually 1 minute now. My clock just ticked over. Once we actually get into the game. I actually have a handwritten note here of what is on the schedule today. No, I don't think I would do well, Phaedry, sipping whiskey. Hello, Necromundi. Welcome. Welcome this time. And Artix, welcome to the stream and welcome to the chat. Have I missed anybody? I don't think so. So far, so good. Gia Van Dowser, welcome. Welcome. Hey, it's Nashty. Yeah, no dancing girls, no pizza, champagne, and no gift bag. You got that right. Well, it is 10 o'clock. Let me hop over to this scene here. Eric Franson, how's one make jam again? It's honey and berries? Yes, it is. All right, so vintage story. You guys should all be able to see the game here. And here we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. My name is Kurazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life. And already, thank you so much, Kenneth Bennett. Dibs on first dono, lunch on me again, my lord. I just wanted to say we love the streams, and if you find the mall POI from Better Ruins, have fun exploring it. There's a mall? Interesting, did not know that. But welcome back. Welcome to this dry life in the desert, where last time we survived our first couple nights. We found some materials, we found some upcoming resources, and we started some clay forming in preparation for getting to the Copper Age. And we also, actually, I need to remember, we're still in creative mode, because last time we ended in creative mode to free the bear over here that kept jump scaring me. So let's get out of creative mode right stat now. So there we go, we're in survival again. Turn that off. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about... Oh, hello, bear. You're not going to attack me. Oh, you're going to walk into the fire, aren't you? I'm going to go over here while he walks in the fire. That's just... oh, poor bear. Don't do it. Here, run away. Run away. Yeah, that's right. Run that direction. Don't walk in the fire, poor guy. Oh, boy, that could have been disastrous. This poor cow walked into the fire, and, well, we have some free food now, I guess. So that's pretty cool. We'll get him in the morning. Anyway, I have a little handwritten note here about today's schedule while we clamber into our night sack to sleep here. What happened to the bear? We set him free at the end of last session. Bear's off in that direct... Oh, bear's back now. Bear is just curious about fire today. So while we sleep here, I'm going to make it morning so we're not dealing with nighttime drifters in our low rift night. But I have on the schedule today, we have bees, malachite, Copper Age, which includes some clay forming and anvil molds and stuff. And then at the bottom here I have robbing the whole grave trademark. I think all of you who know me might know what I'm talking about, because we went grave robbing last time, but we are not done with those graves, because there is still grave to rob, because the grave itself is a thing we can rob. Oh, bear, go away. Go away. Shoo. Oh, don't go through the fire. Yeah, keep going. Go that way. Shoo, shoo. But no, the Pamela Wild, the sun bears don't attack unless you attack them, or more commonly, if they get hurt, then they'll come after you. So, yep, keep going that way. Just run. Stay away from the fires, my dude. I'm going to drop my torch out of my hand here. Oh, I have stuff in my inventory. I got food and all kinds of things. So let me drop off my food in one of these baskets here. And maybe I'll actually designate one of these as a food storage vessel. What have we got? Empty one and a full one. Not helpful. Not helpful. Let's see. I'm going to empty this guy into here. And any space in any of these guys? No. Okay. Well, I think we might be going without any spare storage today. But that's okay, because we're going to do a couple specific things. I'm going to keep this on me for a moment. So I think what we're going to start out with is bees, because these guys are not yet done cooking. And once they're done, we'll be able to make our first pickaxe and hair molds. And I think I have, yes, a crucible in here. And once we do, we'll be able to get our Copper Age going on. And we're going to go and hit these malachite deposits, because they should be pretty massive. And we shouldn't need a whole lot more copper after that, at least for a little while. So the first thing I want to do, though, before we hit bees, is see if we have enough material for bees. Do we have enough to make a skep? We need papyrus. Oh, we got plenty. And we need 2 clay. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Got our empty skep. There we go. That's all we need for now. There we go. And I think I also want to go ahead and make a fence, which, let's find out how we do that. It's been a while. I want to make a fence gate, actually. Fence. Rough. Fence. Rough gate. Oh, come on. It flashed by here momentarily. There we go. Rough hewn gate. There we go. Okay. Let's get this going on. Alright, well, we head over to the farms, which are in this direction. And take a moment to say hello to some new folks here. We have... I saw a new face. Here we go. Catsy. Welcome, Catsy. Oh, I won't let the cow go to waste. James, I will be harvesting that momentarily. However, we still have a bowl with some food in it. I want to actually eat that first and get that gone. Alright, we have our fence gate now, so we don't have to just destroy sand blocks and enter our farm that way. And yes, the farm that I botched last week. It's like, oh yeah, we'll just replace the water. Oh, we can't. Right, of course. And I think for now I'm just going to deposit that gate there. Let's have a bit of a bite to eat. And fill our bowl. And we're going to head back to the bees over here. And on the way, we're going to pick up some flowers. Good morning, Cyber Robin. Because, of course, in order to propagate bees, we need lots of flowers for them to make some honey. Hello, Gazel. Yes, I know it's Gazelle. We're going to grit, I don't know, maybe a dozen or so flowers. I've been learning that it doesn't really take a ton of flowers to get bees to propagate from a natural hive into a skep relatively quickly. And here's where I'm going to forget that I don't have a lot of armor. I'm going to be like, oh, hey, look, there are some hyenas over there. And be like, oh, they're eating me. Leod. Let's get some lead marked down here. There we are. That will come in handy later. We've got a couple handfuls of flowers here. Of course, we don't have the best flower in the game for bees, which is, of course, lupins. Big sag. But any flower will really do. Look at that. What is that up there? A lone saguaro on the mountain. Eric, friends, and don't you use soil instability? No, I do not. I don't like that in the first place, and two, it's not part of the standard survival experience, so I tend to avoid it. Well, we're going to be swimming in Galena at some point here. Necromundi, you missed Lupine Ridge? Yeah, it really feels like home still, in a lot of ways. Pamela Wild, I don't talk about exactly where I live, but I do live on the eastern seaboard in the U.S. So you see that I'm an EDT. Here we go, guys. Easy find for meteoric iron. I had someone ask how I find it so easily, and it really is just, you look for these 5x5 circles, and you smack the center, and you'll find meteoric iron 9 times out of 10. So let's go ahead and mark that for later. Oops, that was supposed to be a star. There we go. Let's mark the bees and pin them on the map here. Otherwise, I will end up wandering in all number of directions. Catsy, do you still play on Lupine Ridge in private? No, I actually don't. I haven't loaded up Lupine Ridge except once to get a few screenshots. But aside from that, I don't really go back to my old worlds. There's something in the finality of saying goodbye for the last time and closing the world, doing the last backup, that it doesn't feel, not that it doesn't feel right, it just, what else is there to say? You know, I've sort of said all there is to be said in previous worlds, and I don't have the urge. It's weird because I thought I would at one point. I thought I might turn it into a private game and just sort of fool around and occasionally post updates with things that I've created. But the reality is, one, not the time, and two, it feels strange going back. And it feels strange to say that too, actually. Welcome, Gerard. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Jeremy Roy. And Ronan's reviews. Yeah, I haven't set up auto-map markers. I did not have a lot of time this week. I was on full-time toddler duty for a little while, and she gave me some toddler plague. And so most of this week, actually, I've been dealing with toddler plague. So we have our bees right here. It is a large nest, which is great. Let's clear out some space here. We shouldn't have raccoons to worry about because it's too warm and wet for them here. So I don't think we need to worry about, like, putting this up on a pole, but I will anyway, just in case. Let's just tuck you there. We'll dig away a bit of dirt here. And let's just dump our skep here. Now, they don't have any flowers here, do they? 0. Okay, so let's fix that. Lots of pretty orange mallow. There we go. And that should be plenty. They should see that in a little while. It won't update immediately. Oh, wow, it found 6 already. I must have been placing in the middle of an update. Necromundi, it sounds like a bit like driving past a house you used to live in. Yeah, it is kind of like that. Even when I loaded it up in Creative to get some screenshots a couple times, or just the one time for Lipine Ridge, it was definitely like a similar feeling, I think. Now, while we're out here, I want to do 2 things before we head back and pick up with the clay forming. There is a trader right over there, so we're going to go visit them and see what they have. I might explore down that beach just sort of till the tip, and then I want to grab maybe another stack or so of medium fertility soil, because we don't have a ton out where we live in the desert. And we're probably going to want to expand our farms a little bit more in the near future. So, we have some big oak trees. These are a great place to find mushrooms sometimes. And flax. Hello, flax. And pick up all the crops we can while we're here. I don't see any mushrooms, but... Ooh, chickens. We are going to want chickens at some point, because we are a hunter, and we'll be using a lot of arrows at some point. Where the horsetails, Nashty? Horsetails do not grow down here. They grow up in northerly climates. We'll probably find some at some point, because climates do vary a bit. Hello, pottery trader. You must be from a mod. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow, okay. So we have purple-fired crocks. We have malachite-hardened clay. And some other flower pots and things. That's pretty cool. And you're buying, like, the things to make that stuff. Okay, so sticks and peat, which we probably won't find a whole lot of down here. And some tin and copper ingots. Granite stone? Really? That's cheap. Alright, let's mark you pottery trader. I'll probably use the same color as I do for artisans, just because they're kind of similar. Ooh, and we have berries here. You know, I might. Let's grab berry bushes, and I think it could be fun at some point to make like a rooftop vineyard or something. So let's do that. Scenario, welcome. Your microwave failed you, huh? That's rough. Hey there, Lake Filter. Welcome. Nash, no, we already addressed auto-map marker. I didn't have time to set it up because of getting toddler plague and being on maximum dad duty for most of the week. You have chert here. That's pretty cool. Probably use some of that in the future, too. Get some rice while we're here. I think we're doing pretty well on food for being in the desert and this early game. Although I know the desert does not describe where we are at the present moment. And I think for now we're pretty good. I could stop and get some more cattails, but I don't think we need to spend a lot of time messing around with that right now. Hello, hello, a Brazilian with internet access. I like the name. So let's get back. I think we should probably be about done with our clay forming, or our clay firing at this point. Ooh, we got some more wild crops here. And once we get that clay firing done, we can go ahead and get our copper. We have plenty of flint, so I don't need to worry about that. It's funny, I'm not used to not playing for a week and then coming back and trying to pick up where I left off. It's usually like I record throughout the week in small bites, and that sort of leads to sort of having everything in-game loaded in my own memory. Right, speaking of memory, I wanted to get some more soil. See? Memory. The stream, like today, it started at 10. Well, 10 my time. So about 15 minutes ago. So we're going to fill out the stack here. Just bring you onto the bar so I can see what's going on here. And it might be worth at some point, maybe not today, but maybe in the near-ish future. And by today, I sort of mean today in-game, not today in the stream. But we might want to go through and collect at least some of the high fertility soil. I probably want to save most of that for Terra Preta, but it could be handy to use for some early game farming in the beginning. Or I could just get it to save it. Let's have a bite to eat over here. Yum yum, porridge all day, every day. Welcome, Black Fox 966. Oh, you were the one who asked how long the stream was going. That's right. Let's get a bit of this going on here. And I probably won't worry about low fertility soil, because while it's handy for building blocks, the flint shovel is kind of slow. A couple more. There we go. Alright, let's hightail it home and check on our kilns. Alright, there's an orange tree here, I forgot. And do we need more clay? I think we need more clay too. So you know what, while we're here, I'm going to get a little bit of clay on the way home. Technic, how long do you plan on playing in the world? I don't know. I have a couple large builds in mind, like monolithic bases in mind. So we're going to do a couple of those. They'll sort of be in the same area, though, as each other, so you'll be able to, you know, see one from the other. As far as time, like, am I planning on playing until, you know, November? I have no idea. It kind of depends on how quickly the building goes and how the stream goes in general. Oh, we're out of space. You know what? Let's carry you in one hand. It also depends on the timing of the next couple of releases of Vintage Story, because I'm probably going to not do a Vintage Story guide for 1.20, because it just finished up 1.19, and I think I want to give the game a little more time to add more new features to explore, so I'm not sort of rehashing the same features again every year. So I might wait till like 1.21 before I start the next guide series. Yep, thank you for explaining that, Pamela Wild. Yeah, the normal blue clay gets changed to blue-gray clay when you have Bricklayers installed. Ooh, that's trouble. That's for later. Do I have that marked? I do not. Let's mark this cave. That could be fun to explore later. There we go. And now we're going to play Dodge the Hyenas again. Yeah, 1.20 does look like it'll be pretty big. Are you dangerous? Yes, you are. We're going to not go down here. Because we have no armor. And no space to collect anything anyway. The other thing with 1.20 and diving into another guide right away is that, especially in the earlier stages of a large release, there are a lot of bugs that make recording either impossible in some cases or just not really recommended. A blue clay here. And I'm going to just sort of avoid those if I can. Alright, back to Hyena Land. Hello. Ignore me. I have 2 badly broken spears and no inventory space, so please don't eat me. Judging by the in-game clock, I think I probably overshot the time frame for getting back just as the kilns were done, but that's okay. We got our bees goal done for the day. There are our friends up ahead. And my beautiful covering for our pit kilns there. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Nightbot. Let's see. Phaedry asked about Nightbot. Should get Nightbot spamming that link on a timer. Yes, Rivi is having to post Discord links manually. I didn't realize that you had to set up everything like individually. So, I didn't. Disclaimer, I am still second stream into my career as a streamer. So I am not aware of all the intricacies of getting everything set up properly. So here we go. We have a fired crucible, a pickaxe mold, and a hammer mold. So let's try to find a way to dump our inventory in places. Here we go. Got some room here. Ah, here we go. Perfect. We have seeds in here. Let's see how many we can dump in here. There we go. I'm going to swap out this for seeds. I think we're good there. And a bit of grain, a bit more rice, not bad. A bit more flax grain, and some onions and black currants. These aren't, well, the black currants won't last very long, so I'm thinking let's go ahead and get some more porridge going on. I think we're going to make a second fire pit so we can start our crucible while we are cooking our food. Assuming that I have grass. There we go. There we go. And firewood. Also somewhat important for fires. Let's get that going on here. There we are. And in the interest of preserving our very limited, for now, coal supply of 14, I am going to preheat our crucible with, there we go, with some wood. Get it to 700 degrees. It probably doesn't make much difference for this little copper, but let me have my illusions. All right. Let's get cooking here. And let's butcher us up this here cow. Get my knife. Wow, that is some serious meat there. Nice. And bones for the bone god, or for the quern, which is the bone god. Someday, we'll get organized. And, oh, that's right, someone reminded me, you can actually place, at least pelts, not sure about hides. Can you go on the ground yet? Oh, you can. And it's a crouch right click to pick up, too. Oh, that's really cool. And you're sort of just locked to the 4 cardinal directions. But supposedly, if I do a bit of this, I can lay it on the ground. And it should be able to cure right there. Oh, so we had a question earlier. How do you get the copper out of the crucible if it's cooled? You just reheat it. as long as you have enough in there to pour into something else. I mean, you could pour partial into a mold. I don't recommend it, because then you end up with a mold that you really can't do anything with. But yeah, you just reheat it, and it comes right back out as molten. If you don't have the stuff to reheat it, you're kind of stuck. So make sure you have what you need to reheat it. And let's get our coal in here. Oh, that's right. We're going to need something. I always forget, because I've been playing this game for so long, that we need, here we go, some rope and some sticks to make ourselves some tongs in order to actually pick up our crucible, because asbestos hands are no longer a thing. We can sing the tong song over here. Okay, let's also get another bit of firewood going here. And I'll plop you in there. And let's see, we have 3 onions. I would like to fill out that cooking pot, but I don't think it's going to be an option today. No, it's not. So let's just tuck these guys in here, and we'll do 6 blackcurrants. Yeah, the wood tongs on, like, 1,000-degree crucibles seems a little bit silly. But I guess eventually it sort of, like, gets, carbonized or something. Is that what they did to Han Solo? Alright, I'm going to grab this bad boy, slap you over here, and our pickaxe. And I think in the morning we'll be able to go and tear apart that malachite. And in the meantime, it might behoove us to go ahead and start clay forming a couple other odds and ends that we're going to need. Well, this is all cooking here. And I am thinking an anvil mold and probably 2 to start ingot molds. Maybe even 4 ingot molds, because doing 2 is just painful sometimes. James Winterbottom asks, you didn't get enough grain for the pot. You can't do a red meat stew with grain. Red meat stew only works with red meat, or actually any meat, really. And then you have to fill the rest with vegetables and or fruit. And you can only do 1 sort of slot with fruit. Nick Ceramaticon asks, are we going to swing the pick side to side? Is that because of the new animations? I think they're interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about them. Overall, they're not often timed up terribly well with what you're doing. Like, the pick animation is, like, very slow compared to the tink, 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 tink that you hear in the audio. So I hope there is something coming with, sort of better timing on the animations and the sounds. Welcome to Snack. You've been watching the videos and caught the stream today. Cool. I'm glad that the video format is working out. The response to the sort of chopped up videos was overwhelmingly positive. I mean, I got a few people who said that they weren't interested, but that's okay. That just means that those aren't really for you. I got a lot of comments from people who have, like, kids who have an episode of Kurzar before dinner after school and homework is done. And this is kind of for those people who want that kind of thing, and for people who just like smaller bites of vintage story than, a 3-hour stream or VOD can provide. Uh-oh. Did I run out of this? Oh, hey, we're actually done. Let's go ahead and we're going to pour this guy. That bear is back. Not thrilled about that. Alright. Let's get this pickaxe poured. And let's get this hammer mold poured. Nice. Very nice. We are well on our way to the copper age. And we have some very nutritious food here, actually. This will give us basically 3/4 of a full bar of food. So that is really handy. Let's fill up. Well, let's just drop you there. And let's finish up this mold here. And then I think we'll go ahead and rest, make it morning. And then we'll go and deal with the pickaxe situation. Well, the use of pickaxe situation. Someone did suggest that I could put on the clay forming mod that makes you not have to actually do the clay forming. Let me know what you think. If that's sort of something you guys would rather just skip, that's fine. I could add it on. It does cost a little bit more clay, but that's okay. The Crazy Waterman says the bear might not leave because it spawned here. I'm not sure that it hangs out near spawn. Most animals will roam, like, a lot. I think it has more to do with, because I'm in the area, it's going to stay loaded in, like, while I'm here, and depending on... Basically, if it gets near the edge of where I cause it to be loaded in, it might stop moving. And so there's a greater chance that it will end up coming towards us than away from us. I think that's kind of how it works. It works like that in the other block game. I know that mobs in Vintage Story do tend to wander when they're unloaded as well. We're almost there with this one. Never Johnson says you like watching the clay forming? Okay. Yeah, the animations can get a bit weird. You can get stuck in an animation too. Hey, there we go. We're all done with that one. Let's get you in here, and you guys in here. I don't know we have enough grass to fire these, though. We don't. Okay, where is grass, and can I see it in the dark? Let's see, there should be some grass to our north, with the literal, you know, grass patch up here. Oh, there's some right here. Sweet. Get a bunch of this stuff here. Hey, welcome, Nicholas. Yeah, Hazard 151, we were talking about that. That's what I was saying about the clay forming mod, where you just sort of do it in your crafting grid, and it costs a bit more clay, but it's like, you know, instant. Yeah, that was my other concern. Some of the mods that make some processes faster come at the cost of making other processes slower, and that was sort of why I wanted to sort of ask you guys about it before I made that decision. One thing I will look forward to is having a scythe, so you don't have to watch me cut grass in the dark for like a minute. Great. We need about 30... Oh, we're good on grass at the moment. I'm going to get a few more, because we might need it for fires and other soon pit kilns. The pottery wheel mod, I haven't thought about that. I might look into it. I might not add it to the game just because I've already like published to you guys a big zip file full of all the mods used. I kind of want to avoid issues where like people who have already installed the mod pack are like, hey, where did this come from? You weren't using it. I don't have it. Then I have to be like, oh, well, go to any one of the videos and download the mod pack again. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Okay. There we go. Get this going on. And I think the next long pole in the tent is going to be sticks. Because I only have like 17. We need a few more. Yep, okay. Oh, and I have 2 stacks of flax. Let's marry those. And I'm going to dump the rest of our blue clay into here. And I think we're good. Aside from the sticks. So let's get you going. We need 7 more for this guy. The nearest trees are probably down here. More oak and jungle over here, looks like. We'll have to get some of that, I think, in the morning. We'll probably hit the malachite in the morning, and then we'll go pick up sticks. The less fun version than the game. But for now, let's get some more of our firewood cut. There we go. And get these filled up. just tuck you here. Osmond Foe says, "You see, there's a Beehive Kiln mod." Yeah, I'm excited to try that out. I've seen a couple people say there are some minor issues with it, but I hope those are easy to iron out. And I don't know if they've been fixed either, so. Oh, we've got some rot we can marry. Always looking for an opportunity to consolidate inventory in the early game. Alright, you go here. Grass goes in here. And I might as well just plant the bushes. There isn't really a reason not to. I'm going to go ahead and eat these because they'll just rot. And I think we're good to go ahead and rest for the evening. And I just realized that we're going to have to go stick picking because I have one stick and we need 2 sticks, one for the hammer, one for the pickaxe. So we might have to do a bit of that before we go mining. Alright, we're going to rest for the night, and then I'm going to probably try to get out of bed at like 6, if not earlier. Let's see what happens here. You have to be like really good at timing, because at 4:30, you hit the button to get up, and you get up an hour and a half later. So, a little weird. Alright, let's get you. I don't need to bring the hammer with us. Let's go ahead and get this going on. And just drop these bushes here for now. Maybe not right next to that. There we go. And I'm going to bring the spears just because there are lots of hyenas around. And there we go. Alright, let's see. Lakeville, do you love the minimalist base? Yeah, it's definitely minimalist on purpose. Yep. Yep. That's me. Okay, let's go hit the sticks real quick. And then we'll hit the malachite. I feel kind of dirty going and actually mining malachite because I think it's such a pretty block. One plan that I never really got to do was an idea that I had in the first season of the guide series where I was going to build like a big museum, like on the scale of the entirety of the build that I had at Lipine Ridge. Like this museum would be at least the size of every build we had done the entire season. And I kind of chickened out. One, because I wanted to go south, and I'd sort of been delaying going south. And two, I sort of thought about the scale of that build, and I was like, oh, man. But I really wanted to do, like, a... You know how museums have, like, a kids area? Like, where they have little activities and so on for kids to do? I wanted to do, like, a mine-your-own malachite thing, and, like, chisel away some malachite, and leave some pickaxes lying around, as if kids had been there mining out their malachite from some limestone in the ground. And I thought that would be a lot of fun. And maybe in the future, I'll get around to the... Ooh, hello, hyena. Maybe in a future guide series or something, we will do the malachite mining experience. Oh, and it is time to eat. So one thing I want to comment on about eating is something that I see a lot of streamers and other YouTubers do, is they'll fill their bowl and eat it multiple times in one sitting, and don't do that. Just don't. So the food buff, you actually get a big buff from food by eating it and then waiting, because if you have a meal, it provides a satiation pause for 30 seconds per 100 satiation in the meal. And if you have a second meal that provides the same pause, it doesn't stack. It overlaps. The greater value takes precedence. So if you have like a big bowl of red meat stew, and you're like, I'm gonna eat enough to fill this up, well, you're throwing away, like in this case, about almost 5 minutes of satiation pause. So don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, Nix from Radicon. I never use a chisel, that's right. I am known for my minimalist bases. Well, if anyone saw the Rusty Gears season that I was in part of, I did live in a dirt hut for like the majority of that series. So I will happily own up to the King of Dirt moniker if need be. Nashty, I did say last week that I wasn't going to run, but now that we have meals, it is completely safe to run now, because when you're on the satiation pause, you don't lose satiation no matter what you do. So I can run, I can jump, I can fight, I can heal for the next, at this point, probably 3-ish minutes, and it won't affect my hunger at all. It's only once this starts dropping, so you'll see how, like, if I hover over that, it's paused, it's not dropping at all. In a few minutes, that will start dropping again. At that point, that's when various activities will sort of take away a specific chunk of your satiation. Nix Hermaticon, you say that you commit the sin of eating and then eating again. Yeah, it's pretty common, and I think it's not well explained in the game. It would be nice-ish to see the food buff stack, but it does, I don't know. I guess it's not a priority. And we're pretty good on sticks here. Oh, we got some seeds here too. Oh no, I don't like that sound. Okay, we just have one baby hyena running away. That's good. I can deal with the babies. So, fun fact, I would love to get my hands on some of this ebony, but we can't right now because we have this wonderful copper pickaxe, or copper axe. Requires bronze to break. So I could hammer this forever and it would go nowhere. So, yep, that's why I'm not bothering to chop down the tree. Oops. Don't waste the axe with the sticks. I think we do have a bronze axe though, don't we, back at the base? Didn't we get one from a tool vessel last week? Hello there, Granny S. Who else is here? Andy Days made it. Hey, welcome. And Java Kitsune, welcome to the stream. I think we're good on sticks now, so let's run over to the soon-to-be malachite mines. Keep an eye out for the puppy dogs out here. Ooh, like that one. Got some flaxseed. Oh, I thought it was peanuts. That is just tool. Or is it tool? No, brown sedge, okay. Is there animal taming? Yes. Some animals can be tamed. Many cannot. Of the animals, the only ones that are tameable in the vanilla game are the pigs, the bighorn sheep, all of the goats, and chickens. You can kind of breed rabbits by sort of like capturing them in a hole somewhere or like a barn and then throwing food in to their pen, but you don't really domesticate them. They're always afraid of you no matter what. I'm going to run the hyena gamut again. Or gauntlet gamut. Hey, more lead. Look at that. Who'd have thunk it? There we go. Okay, so malachite is down this way. Alexander FF, welcome. And you don't know why, but you feel like the pies have a longer pause. Especially meat pies, those can have a really long pause in general. As far as satiation goes, there are often bugs that crop up in the game in regards to satiation. And one of them is that sometimes your satiation can get stuck at a certain level and it will not drop for a while. Oh, there we go. Who doesn't love digging through gravel? Ooh, this is bountiful. Oh, man. Guys, we have hit the jackpot right here. But yeah, so I've actually hit that bug, especially where, like, if you eat right before you sleep, then sometimes it will get stuck at that satiation level, and you'll just have a full day of being able to just run around and do whatever. Now, this is actually kind of unfortunate, is that it is right below the surface, so we're going to have to dig out all this junk here, and that's really depressing. So, don't we have a shovel back at home? Like a tin bronze shovel? I might run and get that because this is going to be a lot of digging with the shovel and sand in the way here. Goodbye, shovel. Okay. Yeah, let's hit up a step here. We'll get one more piece of malachite. Let's run home, grab our good shovel, and let's get back to this because that's going to be a real pain in the butt. Let's see. Oxtail says, you have shovels and axes from grave digging. Yes. You mean posthumous repossession, I believe I called it. I had fun with that title. Yeah, I will demonstrate what happens if you dig out beneath the sand and gravel. Hazard 151. I just want to make sure I have the tools necessary to complete that job first. There's plenty of hours left in the day, though, which is nice. Alright, shovel. Where did I put the shovel? Not there. There. Oh, we do have a bronze axe, too. Nice. That's pretty cool. I'm going to leave the malachite here. I'm going to drop this one seed. We have more seeds for trees. You hang out here. Alright. Let's get back to it. Alexander F says you can breed rabbits by just planting seeds. Oh, so if they eat your crops, then that'll count as food for them? That'd be pretty good to know. Because that does make it a lot more renewable. I mean, you could, of course, just throw some flax into the pen with them. Because flax is cheap. More lead. My goodness. I don't think we need to go anywhere else for lead for probably forever. Welcome, Odie Man. Yep, it's Sakura's our stream. The second one ever. What are you? Quartz. Ooh, quartz. That's the first quartz I've seen so far. I think. Let's mark you. Welcome, TL Forever 262. So here is why mining surface copper, well in this case it's actually a deep ore that spawns at the surface. You don't want to do it without clearing the landscape because this happens. Boop. Now the chunk did get sort of pushed up to the surface. It'll always float to the top of the block stack. But yeah, it just becomes a real pain to deal with. So I like to just... Ow. That happens too. You can get buried and get smacked by sand and gravel. And it's not terribly damaging, and there really isn't block suffocation in this game. So even if you're like buried in a landslide, at least currently, you won't take any more damage. But let's see just how big this is. How big of a scar I'll make on the landscape here. Oh, you know, this reminds me. I had another question for chat, and maybe I'll put it in a poll, because reading people's responses in chat while trying to play is a recipe for one or the other not happening. So, in regards to panning, and I'm thinking about panning because we're digging up so much sand here, would you guys prefer that I do panning like offline, and just sort of like, hey, while we weren't streaming, I did some panning and here's what we got? Or do you want to sit and watch for an hour and a half while I do nothing but pan bony soil? Your choice. Lake Filter, thanks for stopping in. I will see you later. The torch trick from the other block game? No. Well, it might stop it from placing, but I don't know how you would switch, because you can't place torches from your offhand. Like, I'm right-clicking, nothing's happening. They have to be in your main hand. Which is... Oh, I can't swap this out to my main hand. So, I don't think it works. If you had, like, 2 players, you could test it out, but I don't think it works. Good morning, Flavio M. Welcome to the stream and the chat. Yeah, there is the auto sifting mod, and I was sort of chatting with someone about that, I think in YouTube comments, and I would want to reconfigure it because by default you only ever get one item per entire block of bunny soil, which is a lot less than the average of 4 per block. So I'd want to tweak that if I did that. But aside from that, it is an option. All right, hopefully this is big enough. We'll see. These deposits can be staggeringly large. Yeah, Andy. Panning is such a fun activity to watch. It's the edge of the seat stuff. Absolutely. When you're just dying for that last candle, or your first candle, it's pretty fingernail biting work. I think our bronze shovel's going to die before we're even done with this. Yeah, I wouldn't want to make a habit of it, of like, you know, every 3 streams we do like an hour of panning or something like that. That'd be a little crazy. And I might try to do where we take a night and I pan for maybe 3-ish minutes, maybe 5. Even that feels a little excessive. Because the thing is, I'm thinking not just about stream chat, but also people watching the recorded episodes and/or the VOD. It doesn't make for exciting, engaging material. Stating the obvious here. There we go. I think we're about at the edge of it here. And we'll have plenty of gravel for lining paths and doing other fancy stuff. That should be pretty nice. Yeah, Phaedry, I could do 20 questions. That would be a pretty good use of that time, I think. Doing something repetitive and answering questions. I could actually do that while streaming, and it wouldn't be too disruptive to either, I think. Why not dig out under the first layer of copper? I already did hit, like, limestone kind of in the middle. That usually means you're not going to see a second layer of copper. And, oh my, it is 14:16. Time for lunch break. Yum yum. There we go. Indie Days. Have you found copper yet? Yes, we're digging it out right now. It is bountiful copper. It is glorious. Yeah, I feel like there are certainly... who said that? TL Forever 262, we need an auto panning mod that can be run by the windmill. I agree with that. While I definitely appreciate a lot of the quality of life odds and ends mod that people add to speed along some of the like really grindy processes, I think one of my problems with them is that they're often too simple to get into. Like that's like the workbench mod, which I love the workbench mod. Don't get me wrong. And even like ChiselTech, the COB ChiselTech mod, those are wonderful mods, and they really change how you interact with chisel blocks in the game. But the chisel mod only recently added the ability to save your designs, like your block designs, between games and between servers, which is a great innovation. I wish that those were integrated into the existing game mechanics a bit more. I had been trying to get into modding a while back, and I'm not a developer, so it didn't go well. But my idea was to have a lathe, like the thing you turn wood on to make like spokes and banister rails and such, and to have a wind-powered lathe that you would need to gear up with 2 large gears, and that would let you copy blocks. So you'd put your block to copy in a slot, you put your materials in, and away you go. It would work kind of like the workbench mod in that regard, but it would require wind power, and I was thinking you'd also be able to make blueprints with like a writing desk, and then save those blueprints to like a folder in your file, and like your save file. Kind of like how Space Engineers has a blueprints folder if you played Space Engineers. And that way you could just like transfer them with you wherever you go. Like you're starting a new server, or you're starting a new single player game, and you really want to use, that Michael Bublé statue you made in the first season of the guide series. Well, then you could do it. Okay. That was painful. That was painful, guys. I'm going to take a look at, very high rift activity. I'm going to take a look at the other one over here and see if it's a bit deeper. If it's not, I think I'll skip it for now. Because we have, exactly a stack. 50. And a lot of junk. Not going to lie, a lot of junk. Let's see what we got here. Well, it's at least one block deep. That's good. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Ooh. This will be a good bit easier to deal with if it's actually here. Question mark. I don't see it yet. Let's keep going. Doing the dangerous thing. Ooh, more bountiful. Are you kidding me? This is nutty. Well, we are just sitting on a trove of treasure here. Okay. Yeah, I do have a limestone quarry. I don't think we'll need one in the long run. I actually do have the quarry mod on, so actually making a traditional in-game quarry will be a thing of the past for this series. Let me get our torches out so we can see what we're doing here. And to make more room. Arctic wishes there was more automation in the game. Yeah, as I understand that's coming. Steam power is the eventual goal. How exactly that will look, I have no idea, since I am not Tyron, but it'll be interesting. The one thing I worry about with steam power is that that's probably going to mean coal-fired everything, and with how coal tends to burn, I'd be worried about burn durations being an issue, but I'm perfectly willing to wait and see how that goes. Yeah, Oswinfo, that is a new thing in ChiselTools. I kind of want a more, like, I want a in-game, in-lore kind of means of doing it, rather than the chisel magically stores your stuff inside it. Welcome, BTN. You caught me live. Thank you. Thanks for coming to the stream. Well, we're going to be set for copper for a little while. And by a little while, I mean like a day. Copper in the early game goes fast. But I think we'll need to hightail it home soon and rest to avoid any drifty business here. I think this might be a pretty big vein here. Necromundi, do you think we'll get any overland means of transportation? Have you been watching the Discord server? Tyron posts about that all the time. And yes, he is currently working on what appear to be some kind of horses, or similar type of critter. Oh, Phaedra, so they're elk mounts? That'd be pretty cool. I like that it's not just horses. I can feel like I'm, oh, what's that, the main character's name? Well, the other main character's name from Princess Mononoke? He rides his deer or his elk around. It goes like 60 miles an hour. With a human riding it. Let's grab this guy. I think I am going to wrap up this mining right here. Before things get too hairy. Oh, do I put... Nah. I was thinking about putting a torch down, but I think I will not. I'll just deal with drifters. Okay. So, we can check a couple things off the list. We can check off bees for the most part. We can check off malachite. The next thing on my list is going to be the Copper Age. And getting into the anvil, probably making our very first saw to get wood, so we can actually get some real storage going on. And more hyenas, great. Love to see you guys around here. Can you walk the other direction, please? And then the real reason for getting the Copper Age is I want to be able to collect a lot of stone a lot faster than just breaking these boulders, which I have been doing, because I want to see if we can at least start building our little oasis here. And that'd be a lot of fun. Alright, so we have too much junk. Let's drop some of this. We have a single log that I think can stack over here. There we go. That helps a lot. Hello, Kaziklia and Zamos and Megagran. Thanks for coming to the stream. Alright, what do we have here? We have a lot of malachite. We have a hammerhead mold. We're going to mix and match these bad boys in our inventory and get a lot of malachite out of this. Wow, look at that. Okay, so we will need 9 ingots worth for the anvil, and then 2 more for these ingots here, and actually at least get this guy going on too. I can already hear a nearby rift, and in about 30 seconds it's going to start spewing drifters. So, alright, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ingots worth of copper is what I want to smelt in the morning. I'm going to pop in here though and rest and avoid the driftiness of the night. Boop. There we go. And I think we'll be waking up at like 4 in the morning here. Ashitaka was the name of the elk rider. Thank you, Necromundi. That's right. Okaiba, welcome, and welcome Ben Ben. Welcome to the stream. Hey, it's calm again. Perfect. Best morning ever. I don't see any drifters here. Oh, I see one. Let's go. Oh, he just disappeared. I see 0. Okay, I guess that's that then for the drifters. Well, ooh, my goodness. Hello. Hello, sir. Or madam. Your forgiveness I implore. Get out of here. Alright, anybody else? Want to tangle? Alright. Nothing from you, okay, and... Okay, maybe not a great morning because we have hurricane winds, which means no visibility. That's going to be annoying. But, since we are just doing some smithing here, I don't think it'll be a problem. Let's go ahead, I'm just going to drop these side by side here. There we are. And you'll be a little while longer. Black Fox 966 asks, are spears only throwable? No, you can stab with them. Like this, left click, you can do a bit of a stab. The problem with stabbing is that the attack power on a stab is 2 hit points, whereas the attack power on a throw is 5.5. And given that you only have 40 uses of this, you know, you're trading out like over 100 damage per spear if you don't throw it. Now granted, throwing often results in 2 durability loss because it'll hit the enemy, which counts as 1 strike, and then it drops to the ground, which is a 2nd strike. So, let's see. A Brazilian with internet access thinks I should speedrun for bronze. I probably will. I might even relatively swiftly move toward the Iron Age if possible. But that can be a bit of a drag to watch, so I don't think I'm going to do it like all in one go. We'll probably sit in the Bronze Age for like a whole stream, and then we will move on to the Iron Age. One thing that I do want to do while we're here, before I get to it, and we're going to add a 16th ingot to our list here, is I need a prospecting pick. And I'd rather just make it, by casting than by smithing, because it saves on hammer durability and time. Time that you guys could be watching me do other stuff. Let's get this mold done here, and we'll chuck it in the fire. Zap that, and we're done. Alright, so you hop in there. We got some grass. We have just barely enough grass. I'll take it. We have plenty of sticks, and we have plenty of firewood somewhere in here, lurking. There we go. Kenneth Bennett asks, what is your favorite Studio Ghibli movie? Oh, gosh. I'm probably going to say one of two. Either Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle, I think. Those are probably my two favorites. And they're pretty evenly matched for different reasons. I like the characters in Howl a lot. Actually, I like the characters in both of them a lot. I like the aesthetic of Spirited Away so much, though. But the moving castle itself is also pretty cool, so yeah, it's a toss-up. I think we're good here. We are going to need... Do we have rain right now? We're going to actually need some dirt over our cooking fires here to keep those from going out. Yes, we do have some rain here, so yeah. That would be unfortunate if those fires went out. Let's see what we can do with this brown coal and the amount of malachite we have. So we need 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 100 units of copper. So, whoops, I put that in the fuel slot. Let's just do it this way. Let's see. I saw someone had a, what is your best tip for early game vintage story? My best tip is probably to not be afraid to be adventurous and not afraid to die, because as a new player, you're going to do a lot of dying. And a lot of folks get frustrated with finding materials. Is this enough? 1645, let's take out a couple of you. There we are. So a lot of folks are like, hey, I can't find limestone. Where do I go to find it? Well, I can't tell you because I don't know where limestone is in your world. Limestone is a layer of rock. It is right here. I would say we happened to spawn here, but I did choose this location because it is in a sandstone area with lots of other sedimentary rocks nearby. So if you spawned on andesite or peridotite or granite and you're looking for limestone, pick a direction to walk. That's all you can do. Everyone's like, oh, but I want better tips for finding limestone. There is none. You walk in a direction and you find it eventually. Let's see. Let's get some more firewood to preheat. I think it's more important to preheat this guy, so we have a lot more to actually heat up. And it's probably going to use most of our coal at that point, which is okay. Now we do need to babysit this for a minute while the preheat happens. So I'm going to take a look. How are we? Oh, we have 2 more servings in here. We're good for a little while. I might go and check on our farm and see how things are looking over here. I don't think it's worth going after the lead just yet. It's not going to be useful until we probably get to the Bronze Age. We're doing pretty well here. So, yeah, we're moving along. This is actually better than I was expecting it to be. So we are about 30% through the growing season for the grains and over halfway for the soybeans and 30%-ish for the peanuts. So yeah, we're going to be in a pretty good food situation for probably forever. Pretty good here. Okaiba A asks, will you plant cassavas? I probably will, but I'm going to hold off until I have some spare farmland, because cassava is really annoying to deal with in this game. I mean, it's realistic, but as far as landing, you have to know how you want to use it 24 hours in advance. So if I'm going to use it as a grain, I need to prep for that by soaking it 24 hours in advance and letting it dry for another 24 hours. I want to say 7 should be good here. If you want to have it as a vegetable, then you have to use it pretty much immediately after the 24-hour soaking period. So you don't want to, like, drop it off and then, like, go adventuring. It's not going to do you any favors. Okay, so copper is on its way. That's going to be about 9 minutes, I think. So we're going to do the last thing on my list, well, current list here, that I had prepped. And we are going to finish our grave robbing. So, last time we robbed the graves of the things they had. Today we're doing something a bit different. We are robbing the graves themselves. We're taking the whole grave. The whole shebang, the full Monty. We're taking the grave. Because this is a useful building material over here. We're going to take as much of it as we can. So we have some... Ooh, we have aged ashlar blocks. Brilliant. This is going to be beautiful. Now, unfortunately, we're going to get a lot of stones from the chisel blocks, which I'm kind of like... I don't know why the game does that. Like, I guess it would be a mess if it cluttered up your early game inventory, but I do wish that we could get them, and specifically without requiring glue. The glue to repair things in the ruins is a little expensive, in my opinion. So you know what I might do? I might just sort of focus on what appear to be full blocks. So I don't really care about the stones as much right now. Kurzar, Poco Rosso is a great anime from Studio Ghibli. Yes, I actually haven't seen all of Studio Ghibli's movies. So when I say that, like, I have a favorite, I've seen 20 to 30% of their films. I am a fan, it's just I haven't really had a chance or the drive to watch all of them at this point. Now, why are we destroying these ancient history-filled graves, you might ask? Well, because we want the building blocks, and I want to build a little oasis around our friends here. And I think I want to do it out of sandstone. I think sandstone in the desert is, like, the best look, which is why I picked this location. And that means that any ruins that are in the area will be made from sandstone. That's not a full block. Skip that one. And these ones aren't breaking because they're actual stair blocks. So that's why we don't pick those up. Oh, that's dead block. That's dead block too. The way that I'm looking for, like, full blocks versus dead is at the top of the screen there. If you see where, like, here it just says aged sandstone ashlar. If you look down at this one, it says aged sandstone ashlar blocks twice and then insulating block base. That means this is a chiseled block. So even if I don't see the whole block, I can tell what it is. If it has an oxidation layer, that's fine. That'll come up then just fine. And we might need to dig up a few of these ruins before we actually get enough material for all of the oasis. But I think at least what we'll get done today is we want to outline it. And I think if I can get the oasis outlined and like with a foundation of these blocks, then I think I'll call it a win. There's this aged polished claystone. Well, these are just going to break if I break them, so I'm going to skip those guys. So Techneck is chewing on cassava chips right now. Interesting. I don't know. I guess the scary aisle at the supermarket would have them. The like the naturals everything, slash like probably not the international aisle. Probably the scary like crunchy aisle. You know, organic everything aisle. Oh, we have dry stone here too. We're getting the full gamut of stone types or like design types around here. That's pretty handy. Kenneth Bennett wants to watch The Boy and the Heron. Yes, I've heard of that. I've heard that's really good. Yeah, the skeleton is watching me. Well, I guess he's not watching right now. Doing things behind his back right now. It's okay. I've already dug out all of his other friends, and I've tucked their bodies in a chest somewhere. So, whoopsie. I mean, not whoopsie, it was not an accident, so I'm fooling nobody. Oh, it's not streaming, okay. Was there like a theatrical debut for it? Like where they had like a private or like small time showing? Or like reviewers only? Okay, that's what I thought. I was gonna say, I could have sworn that I saw reviews for it. How are we looking here? We're looking pretty good here. This isn't too bad. KD8LVT, welcome by the way. Didn't see you log on yet. But says the scary aisle is a godsend because of allergies. Yeah, it's nice if you're looking for that kind of food. If you have issues with that, I call it the scary aisle mostly because of the prices. Hazard 151 says Kurzar is engaging in spoliation. No, I'm repossessing. These guys have forgotten to continue paying their loans, so I'm just helping with that issue. Yes, that's what I'm doing. B10 asks, how would I feel about hanging gardens? No, I hate them. I'm just kidding, no. Actually, that is one of the things I'd like to do. I don't know that it'll be a hanging garden like the hanging gardens, the historical ones. But I'd like to do something interesting with gardening. I mean, you know me, and... Ooh, children's toys. Have room for these? Come with me. It's not creepy. Welcome, old wolf of Faron. Welcome indeed. Yeah, I'm thinking some kind of... I'm thinking some kind of gardens, and some like really cultivated, deserty, hangy-ish gardens. That would be pretty cool. Rooftop vineyards. Probably some kind of like pergolas with, if I can swing it, like pergolas with some kind of leafy roofing, perhaps. I don't think I have the shears mod on this time around, so we can't collect leaves. I might see if I can like grow some bamboo and sort of have that pretend to be leaves. So we should be about done here with the smelting of copper. Oh, look at that timing. We got enough time on the clock here for one last bit of coal. I'm going to, I guess, not put anything away. Yikes. We are full up, my friends, and this is why we needed to get to this stage of the game where we actually have the ability to make some more storage. So we can at least do this. I can drop this up there. Oh, we have too many flint knife blades, too. I can drop the human skull on the ground. There we go. I can drop these bookshelves and just sort of place them for now. There, bookshelves. And don't we have a book too? I have a spare backpack. You know what? Since we can't break these down, I'm going to say goodbye to the backpack. Boop. Ox's Tail says, the stream is so comfy it's making you sleepy. I actually get that a lot. I have some commenters who say that they like fall asleep to my videos. I think it's neat. Let's see. Oh yes. Oh yes, you come with me. Ladies and germs and everybody outside and in between, we have our copper anvil. Well, we have a very sloppy molten copper anvil. That would be very unfortunate to try to use it right now. But I'm going to go ahead and say it. Welcome to Copper Age. Let's get our ingot molds filled up too. These guys aren't quite done, which I'm a little bummed about. But we can probably just heat up the copper a little bit in the fire pit if we need to. Yeah, chest is on the way. Oh my, so are the hyenas. I think I want to take care of those guys real quick. Let's just tuck you back on the fire here. Or, quote, fire. Yeah, hyenas and a spiderweb. Do I have a spiderweb stack in here somewhere? I don't think I do. Spiderweb goes there. Oh, I have more grass. Let's just dump you here. And children's toys go in the rain. I think it's time to make a couple more spears, and then we'll deal with those hyenas, because they're getting a little close for comfort. And I'm going to make sure I actually make the spearheads and not the knife blades today. We'll call this a mid-afternoon nap, shall we? I don't hear you laughing. Let's see. Got our spears. I want to dump something. Here we go. Let's dump these little stones in here. And, well, they're moving off, but I don't trust that too much. Hello. Hello. Oh. Let's get you. Gotcha. And one more. There we go. Let's get you. If I smack each of these once, they should run. Oh, maybe not. When I get close. Yeah. Because they'll take one hit before they're like, no, run away. Hello. I said. Oh, I'm full somehow. And zap. And zap. There we go. And zap. Okay. We got plenty of room, I think, for some spoils of battle. Yeah. Okay. The bones can stay for now. I'll probably pick them up later. KD8LVT says you love the ding when you hit things. Yeah, it's a little weird. I think it might make more sense if like the animal like actually had like a hurt sound that was like very clearly audible even from a long distance. Let's get our meal going on here. And we are officially out of storage space, I think. Oh, no, we got one. I'm going to tuck this soil in there for now. How's this? It is solidified. I'm going to wait until the prospecting pick mold is done before I pour it. So... all the bad guys wear bells. Yeah, I guess they do, don't they? And this is still soft. I probably didn't need a second hammer at the moment, but we're going to need one soon enough anyway. I figured I may as well just go ahead and do it. Let's see. We're okay on food. I think I will probably go ahead and we will cook up this meat. My bowl in there. Let's go ahead and get this on the fire. And away we go. Uncertain name. I think I'm not going to eat these hides because they will turn into rot. And since you have to make your own terracotta now, we need copious amounts of rot. I mean, like, ridiculous amounts of rot. So I think I'm just going to let those spoil and not worry about it too much. I am going to drop my spears here for the time being, save a little bit of space. And it's kind of babysitting time here at the moment. Let me see what these guys have for sale today. So again, the commodities. We get to trade. Oh, we can buy some sewing kits from you. That's a bit pricey, but... Alright, so commodities. Artisan. Yummy stuff. I do love the, oh my goodness. You all shouted at once. They got really annoyed that I didn't buy anything, I guess. Okay, so useful guys. I had to refresh my memory on what these guys had. But yeah, we need lots of rot. So I think letting these turn to rot wherever I put them. Probably do have more space. Where are they? I just put them down somewhere. I swear. Oh, they're in my inventory. I knew that. Yeah, let's just let them rot, and we will have some more rot for making terracotta. So how is this going? Are we hardened? Oh, yes. Okay, let me get my spear down here. I always keep a spear or a weapon in my first slot for emergencies. And y'all know what I mean. Let's see. We're going to want this under an awning, so we're going to drop this here at an angle. No. I find that putting them at an angle looks great, but doesn't play well. Like you're trying to align or figure out where your ingot's going to go, and you're like, it's at a funny angle. We also need to make a forge. Luckily, we have sandstone for that. So let's go ahead and we're going to drop that here, and then roof these over too. The King of Dirt returns. The King of the Dirt Hut. KD asks, do things rot faster or slower on you? Typically faster. Alright, so ingots. Oh boy. Guys, we are about there. Get this ingot mold up as well. Let's just chuck you here. Oops. You go there. And move these bushes again. They're just not in a great spot. Here. Perfect. I have a feeling I'll be moving those in about 30 minutes, so just you wait. Just you wait. Nuclear Effect says the game's pretty. Yeah. It's it basically has shaders baked into the game. It's just really handy. And gorgeous. And you get sort of the god rays. You get really nice, I would say shadows, but you can't see them right now because the sun's setting. But when the light filters through tree leaves, you get these nice shadow patterns on the ground. So, let's see. Our food is okay for now. I'll make food probably in the morning. How are these guys doing? Probably need more fuel for this fire. So 2 logs will cook 7, but only if I let it burn out. That's fine. I think what we'll do from here is I'm going to rest shortly. We'll make it morning. And then we're going to need a quern for a lot of stuff. We need a quern for grinding bones. We need a quern for grinding up our limestone. Because, actually, the other reason to not turn these hides into cured hides is that if I can get leatherworking going in, like, the next day or so... they're good for 2 days. Yikes. 5 days inventory. Okay, well, I'll hold on to these. I can get leatherworking going on ASAP. And that will get us to probably our first set of armor, which is most likely going to have to be leather. Because our flax game isn't great right now. Go ahead and we're going to pop these out. Get them onto hafts. I have some sticks. There we are. We're going to just plop these up here. There we are. Welcome, DM Sis. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, nickel berries are pretty good. They're a little low on the amount of rot you get from them for turning into rot. But if you have a bunch of them, they can be really handy. Let's go ahead and just continue this from babysitting. And I want to move that spare knife over here. My knife is still doing okay. I think I need to, or want to actually. I want to clayform one more thing that we don't need right away. But we're going to want it, because you guys are going to get tired of seeing me smith nails and strips. I do have the strips and nails mold installed. I think I do. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make like 2 of these and fire them up. See if I have enough grass and sticks to do so. And these will be our nail and strip molds for the probably entire rest of the game. I could at some point maybe make another pair in the future, but for the time being, this will give us plenty of stuff for chests. Need some more clay for the rest of it. Oops. There we go. DM Assist, your experience, your first winter. Yeah, the first winter is scary. Going into it, you know, you're never sure if you've prepared enough. One thing I don't know, it's hard to tell, is whether or not winter is easier in the game now than it was when I first started playing, or if I'm just that used to the game now that it's not as big of a deal. You know, food security being the biggest thing. Warmth wasn't actually a thing when I started playing. There we go. Let's get these guys in here, and let's get them fired up. There we go. Keep that rolling. Hey, we have the... Sweet, we have everything, actually. We have the grass and the sticks. And we have the logs, of course. DM Sis asks, how rare is limestone? Actually, I addressed this before you got here on the stream, but limestone is not rare, per se. We're surrounded by it here. You have to just go looking for it. There is no, like, tip on, like, oh, how far do I have to dig to find limestone? There is no, like, depth at which limestone spawns that's specific to limestone, or a location or biome type. You pick a direction and you walk. You might even do, like, a circle, like a real big, like, 2-kilometer radius circle, and you'll find it eventually. It's just a matter of persistence. Which is not the answer you wanted to hear, I know, but that's the reality of it. Now, can I turn these into sticks? I forget. No, I cannot. Okay. But I can use them to make arrows. Or something. Is this an upgrade? Oh, this must be from the Bullseye mod. We can upgrade arrows from one type to another. I can't believe this is still going, but okay. Alright, let's go ahead and rest. We're going to make it morning. We're going to hopefully have at least the prospecting pick done by morning. And I think I'll probably go and dismantle like one more sandstone ruin if I can find one here. I cannot, apparently. We'll probably finish up the one over here then, and the like little sort of towery odds and ends here. And then we'll see about sort of laying out an approximate size for our oasis here. So, sleep with fire. That's right. Necromedy's asking, why do cabbage and pumpkins not spawn in the wild? I don't know. The game balance reason, perhaps? I don't know that's a real valid concern. But, yeah, it's just a thing. I also don't know if the reason could be related to, like, them having been heavily cultivated originally. No, you know, maybe we had to breed pumpkins through thousands of years of effort. I don't really know. But Tyron is pretty famous for trying to stick with fairly realistic elements in the game. Alright, so we have a limited supply of coal. A very limited supply of coal, wherever it is. Boop. We're going to use one. And I think we're going to make a saw and something else. Probably like a pair of shears, honestly. Because sticks are going to be a problem in the long term. They always are. So I think saw and shears are probably the way to go here. But we're also going to grab the rest of our coal, sadly. And we're going to reheat this crucible so that we can get the... Let's start with 2. We know we're going to actually reheat. So we can get our prospecting pit going on here. There we are. And ooh, you know what I might do is when I reheat that, I might actually do no, because our nails and strips are still underway. So maybe rather than the shears, I might make one set of nails and strips so we can make 4 chests. That's probably the way to go here, actually. So let's get this. And wait till it hits about 800C. So, I see another thing that I see a lot of folks do that I always post about it. Let me pick the right one before I accidentally pick the wrong thing here. But is I see people like loading up their forges with like way too much coal for what they're making. So they'll be like, oh, I'm going to put one ingot on, and then I'm going to load it up with 4 coal, and I only have 12 coal total. Don't do that. You can work stuff as low as typically around 750C, and it'll stay hot for a while. There's like a hang time where your ingots will stay pretty hot. So, yeah, you can actually do, as long as you're relatively quick, you can forge 4 items, 4 ingots worth with 1 piece of coal, no problem. Now, if you're really new at the game, go ahead and you know, use more coal as you need to, but don't forget you can just reheat it later. You don't have to have it yellow hot all the time. So it does look like Tyron fixed the issue with the animations for smithing, which is great. I was really worried about that. Let's get these nails and strips going. That's going to be a big one. Nails and strips. Here we go. And we're going to probably do a heavy hit here. There we go. Let's drag you this way, then up. And then, here we go. I have to pull these up a little bit. We need 4 more up for the upper left corner. Actually, that should be almost good. Look at that. All right. All right, here we go, guys. And oh, I forgot this thing. Darn it. Well, it's still actually pretty hot. Oh, it was. This is hot. The fire's not. There we go. So we only used some wood here, so I'm not too worried about that. It is still nice and hot, so that should get us melted again. Alexander FF, also there's a way to record game sound separate from mic. I do actually. It's just that I record the game sounds. Well, for some reason they get recorded differently than they do for like dedicated videos. I don't really know why. It just does. All right, well that's heating up. Let's go chuck these in the water here, and we'll get our very first bit of smithing ASMR. Oh yeah. Very yummy. Let's get our breakfast going on. We're hard working. We get up and we do a lot of smithing before breakfast. Okay. I think one thing that I don't like about the animations is if you're carrying like a block or a pot, it can take up a lot of viewport space. Like, I kind of miss just having the blocks on the sides of the screen a little bit for that reason. But here we go. We have a saw. We have... Oh, here we go. Perfect. We have some logs, and now we have our first boards, everyone. I want to hear that applause. And we also have our first 4 wooden chests. Oh, yes. You absolutely bet. We're going to put these over here for now. I can hear your applause now, guys. I see all those poppers going up in the chat. The party poppers. Okay, oh, we have some more I can consolidate here. Nice. All right, so let's do a little bit of inventory management. I'm going to designate this box as the sandstone box for now. I'm going to go and grab a bunch of sandstone junk from all these, including this. No sandstone there, no sandstone there. Plenty of it here. And how about here? We got some in here too, okay. The sand doesn't fit my inventory. That's okay. And here we go. I'm going to probably put limestone stuff in this one. I'll come back for that sandstone sand, don't you worry. Alright, so limestone sand. That's really handy, actually. And then we have one more thing of sandstone sand in here. That will free up one of those probably for carrying with us. I'm still going to have a bit of a mess over here for now. I will probably do a little bit of reorganization like off camera at some point, unless you guys really want to see me hemming and hawing over this for like an hour, because I will. I will spend forever thinking, oh, which is the perfect box to put things in? Oh, no, not that one. Let's put that somewhere else. Oh, I actually have a message up here from somebody. Theron Rodriguez, thank you. Thank you for the support. Hey, Corazar, I wanted to say your videos are amazing and it inspired me to play Vintage Story. I even got me a gaming laptop to play it, so thank you for making the best content in the world. Well, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. Let's drop these bad boys in... Not these bad boys. These bad boys in here. And I think we're going to go and... Ooh. Remember that this is here. That's what we're going to do. I've never really experienced that sort of streamer forgetfulness blindness, but now I really understand where it comes from. There are days when I'm like, screaming at Radamant saying, go back to your forge, go back to your forge, your stuff's cooling down, or like, your stuff's about to rot. And, well, here I am. Here I am indeed. Let's drop you back in here. And so we have a little bit of wait for these guys. So I think what we'll do is we're going to take this guy. We're going to go finish our nasty business with that malachite, and then with this ruin right here. Yep. And then those should be cool by then. And I think it could be worth, well, one, making a pair of shears, because we have some trees here that'll give us some sticks. And then we could probably spend a little bit of time prospecting. Just sort of, digging some shallow holes and seeing what's there. Speaking of digging shallow holes. Hello, hyena. I'm just going to deal with you. We're not, apparently. Come here, you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Boop. And today, I think I just want your fat and your hide. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oxytail reminds everyone to drink water. That's actually a good reminder. Let me just do that right here, actually. Good call, Octatail. Good call. So the first stream, which is also the last one, I had a glass of water next to me the entire time and completely forgot it was there. I got so into the game that I just lost all memory of my water being literally about 8 inches from my mouse. And by the end of it, my voice was feeling a little bit raw, and I'm like, man, I could go for some water. Oh, it's right here next to me, of course. Alright, let's knock this out. I don't hear any growls here. So, we're good here. And yeah, this should be a pretty quick one. I don't think we have a ton left in here. But I have no prospecting pick to verify that, so we're just going to go by feel here. Gerard says that your favorite part of VS is prospecting, and the guide's been useful. Good. Thank you. Prospecting is one of those that, again, a lot of folks have questions about how to do it. And I even see experienced streamers and players like, looking for borax in peridotite or granite. There's definitely a lot to learn about prospecting and rock layers and that kind of thing in Vintage Story. So I'm glad the guide was helpful. Oh, did Tyron change that? So you used to be able to kind of like extend your reach a bit. So this piece right here, previously I could just sort of walk forward against this and it would actually grab that for me. I kind of wish that was kept because it sort of feels like you're then like reaching across like really far. But oh well. We'll just burn through some more pickaxes in the future, I guess. Wilhelm Röntgen says, your tutorial about prospecting is amazing. Helped you get your first veins of copper. Nice. I'm glad to hear it. Alright, so that's that for the copper here, I think. Let's make our way up here. And we'll just leave it there forever. Perfect. What I will do is I'm going to take these down just so I don't fool myself. And there was one over here too. I'll also delete this guy. There we are. Yeah, the Kurazar pronunciation of peridotite, Zamos, that it's become a thing. Okay, so let's go grab this this rune over here. We'll finish emptying it out as best we can. So I got these tongs with me. That should burn out this pickaxe, too. Yep, we're almost dead here anyway. Oh, this is tiny. Okay. Can I get that without... No, I cannot. Goodbye. Jerry Webb, welcome, first of all. And yeah, it does look like a meteor crater now. I mean, they spawn in about the same kind of pattern of a disk. So, yep. It's a very, very big meteor. Probably 100 bars of meteoric iron in it. Hey, there it goes. Okay. First pickaxe down. Let's see what's left in here. I think this should be pretty close to being picked clean. Got a few of these on the outside. Oh, that's insulating face, so I don't want you. There we go. So I think we should at least be able to get a decent looking foundation going on with these here. And we'll be able to at least size out our Oasis build. What the heck? For some reason the game keeps occasionally jumping my view by like 90 degrees. Exactly 90 degrees. So if anyone is familiar with that issue, let me know. I'd be curious to hear if you've experienced that. I didn't want that cobweb, but okay. Whatever, my dude. Alright. I'm going to place the cobweb back down here, because I don't really want that clogging up our stuff. But I think we are pretty well done here. Andy Days, have they changed vessel spawns and vanilla runes to be a lot lower in the update? I don't know. I haven't played 1.19 enough to really know, at least not modded. And given that this series is modded and I think some of the ruins look vanilla-y but are not vanilla, could sort of skew what my understanding is of the game, so I can't really say one way or the other. Now that there, that could be worth breaking down tier 2. How long do these last? 4 days and 3 days. So I'll chat on some of these guys. Fill up on yummy yummy bushmeat. And we'll drop you guys in here. We are... Yeah, so this is definitely not forever copper, but it is a real nice start to our collection here. Sandstone goes in here. And limestone goes in here. Okay. So... Oh, good question, actually. I just thought of something. I think, you know what we should do? Rather than just prospecting right now, I think it might be worth it to start a long process called leatherworking. And so we're going to dig down to the first igneous layer here. And we're going to grab just 4 blocks of whatever igneous rock there is, either andesite, granite, or peridotite, or possibly basalt, but unlikely. And then we will start our prospecting run here. Because I think everything else is about settled. Was there anything I wanted to make with these ingots? I have no idea. So we're going to put them down for now. Actually, I can think of one thing I want to make. That's right. I need to make a pair of shears. But we have 2 pieces of coal left. Somewhere. We could do a charcoal pit. That would be one solution. But, you know what? Let's just go ahead. We're going to make at least one thing. I'll heat them both up. If there isn't anything really pressing that I want to make, then I won't. But, yeah, let's see what we can do here. Hello, Pretskull. Welcome to the chat. Eric Franzen, is meteoric iron really that good? It's in-game, it's decent. It's about 20% stronger, more durable, more damage than regular iron tools are. It does require an iron anvil to forge this. If you're still using a bronze anvil, which you can use for regular iron, well, you can't do anything with meteoric iron yet. So, charcoal pit after the shears. Yeah, those trees need a haircut because I need sticks, because we can't make the quern without sticks either. So, yeah. Gonna babysit these guys for a minute here. And these are still cooking. Part of me wanted to put on the mod that gives you a timer for these, but I didn't. Oh, and not shears, tongs. Don't forget the tongs. Okay, so we have shears and anything else I want to make here. I could go for a chisel. And you know, I might actually do that. Oh, and splitter plugs. I forgot I have that mod on too. Yeah, for now, let's go with the standard chisel. So that once we are making like things like bricks, I can keep, or I guess ashlar, we can do that. So we'll do the shears first and then the chisel. And just imagine that I'm speeding this up. Times 4 speed. Tink, 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 tink. Yes, Osmanfo, the quarry mod is in. I figured you guys wouldn't want to watch me zipper mining, 4,000 stacks of rock. So yeah, the core mod is definitely in. And let's get our chisel, which is mostly subtractive work here. And having just come from finishing up the second season of the guide series, going back to copper hammers, man, it's like, oh, I can make about 5 things and then it's dead. It's a very stark difference. Okay. So, we're going to do the hammer. I'm going to move the saw. Hammer goes here. Saw goes here. Chisel is going to go up here to cool. And tongs are going to go here. Because I can. We have 1 stick. We got some raw hides. Just going to stack those. And okay, so we are good. Let's go start trimming trees after I throw the tongs into the bath. Fun fact, I have 0 ladders, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get these trees. There we go, perfect. Still bubbling. And I think we should be good. Yes. Does not hurt us anymore. I'm going to skip the bamboo, because bamboo doesn't really give sticks, I don't believe. Do a few jumps to see if we can get enough sticks to make a ladder or 3. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Alright, we can make 3 ladder. Why can't I have 3 ladder and no money? Go ahead and trim these trees down to stubs. If I can reach them. I cannot. Okay. Oh, we got to make more ladder. Here we go. We're getting there. We're moving along. Ah, much better. Much closer to where I need to work. We're in broken ankle territory now, guys. I think tree trimming is one of the few grindy things about Vintage that I don't really mind. Like, yeah, it's annoying if I'm in the middle of a task and I need sticks, like, right now. But it's... oh, goodbye. It's a lot more active, like, engaging than I think... As a player, I mean, maybe not to watch, but like I'm actually like thinking about jumping from branch to branch and where do I trim first, and if I trim this, am I going to break my ankles? And the sound is just, I think to me, I like the sound of the breaking leaves. Alright, down we go. And where'd my axe go? There you are. We are going to replant this tree right where it is, I think. And probably plant a couple more. Pamela, you can put your ladders on the tree trunks. However, the capocs tend to flare out like this up here. So I would get stuck there, and I would really have a way to put the next ladder up there. So I could like jump up here and do that, and I often do. I just didn't because I didn't have... I had 3 ladders to start, so I couldn't actually do that and then reach the ladders. But here, we will do that trick where you can boop and just lower ladder like that, and that is how we do it. Let's go ahead and get some light out here for you guys. I do prefer to use like lighting rather than using the streamer settings in the game. While I appreciate the streamer settings, I feel like as a player, it's a little cheaty to have that extra brightness and be able to see, like, you know, what's down that tunnel, because it's daylight, basically. And with shears, trimming a tree is easy business. Take that, hand breaking sticks. Ah, so fast. All right. Oops, that's not what I wanted to put there. Seeds. Seeds go there. We have a fair few extra seeds, too. So, let's see, we have more capoc here. Start planting these out a little bit more. Because we're going to need more wood than you can shake the wood's own stick at. There we go. Alright. So we're good on sticks, we're good on logs for a while. Yeah, Andy, yeah, it's weird saying that I feel like my setting is cheaty when I do have like mods that make things easier. But really, the quarry mod, I don't feel like the quarry mod makes like survival easier. Like, sure, you're getting stone that you might need to build a house, but by the time you have access to that mod and you're going to have like at least a little hovel to hide in. So I don't think like it's getting you more than building ability, I think. Well, let's see. We have a lot of ladder opportunity here, so let's go ahead and make a bunch of these. And hopefully that's enough to get us down to our first igneous layer. So I figure here's as good a place as any. Let's start digging. I'm going to start, of course, with putting a piece of dirt there so it doesn't break accidentally. But we're going to dig straight down. The way that I tend to do it is, actually like that, don't want that happening, is just, dig with ladders. Easy peasy. Although with a copper pickaxe, it can take a while. Zamos, you don't want to spend 3 hours getting stone for a 1 hour build? Yes, absolutely. That is one of the problems with the... Well, I wouldn't say problem. It's part of the charm, part of the grind, and for some players, part of the problem with the game is that it is a very slow game. If you're looking for quick builds, this probably isn't the place to look, unless you're, turning up the mining speed and so on. Yeah, Andy, as you said, it is a quality of life thing. I think that holds true for the chisel mods too. Like, chiseling the blocks doesn't give you anything. There's more limestone here too. It doesn't give you anything that helps you survive in the game. Chiseling is all about, design work. Oh, hey, you know what I could do here? Hey. Density search mode. But yeah, chiseling, is for decoration. And so having the chisel mods on
doesn't, I think, change the nature of the game too terribly much. It makes chiseling a lot faster, sure. But again, it's not getting you access to more food or, you know, the next tier of materials faster. It's just for decoration. Nikita Bubriak, welcome first of all. Am I going to stream on Twitch? Probably not. I've learned a bit of a lesson about having multiple platforms where I have to, you know, sort of divide my attention. Oh, there's like nothing here. Great. So I don't think I'll be streaming on Twitch. We have... we're getting suspiciously low on ladders and suspiciously deep for sedimentary rock here. My goodness. Zamos asks, what is the average sort of playtime / level of grind? Hello. Hang on a second, guys. Before I get bored in a world? I don't know. I don't really have a time. I've played usually between 200 and 700 hours in a world. And it's more like, have I built everything I want to build, then I get bored. So guys, I hear growls. They're really faint. And we have some aged ashlar slate, or aged slate ashlar blocks here. So... Oh boy. What do we have here? Oh, no way. We have a ridiculous... Oh, no. Oh, we have a sawbutt, as Raccoon calls them. We're going to patch that up right away. We're gonna hard know that. Wow, okay. What else is down here? Nothing in that direction. So like it's some kind of underwater... What is there? Underground, like, aquifer or something? Well, let's try digging, like, over here. And seeing if this gets us to more just plain old rock going down. Maybe not here. Man. I can hear that sawbutt. Well, the sawblade locust is a locust. And it's the worst kind. The kind you do not want to meet on in a dark alley. How far does this thing go? My goodness. We have an aquifer that goes that direction. And presumably this direction, too. We have... I'm guessing this is like some ceiling or something over here. So maybe there's like a room where we just have to bust our way across here. Or maybe this just goes on forever. Okay, this goes on forever. What is this? What is this nonsense? Okay, I'm gonna make a break for it, like here. Nashty, thank you for the support, Nashty, first of all. And you said maybe ask for likes, peeps, and hear about it. Yeah. If you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop a like. If you like the content and you want to see more, subscribe, because the stream has become a weekly thing. So, thanks for the reminder. Looks like I should have just, you know, moved over a little bit and then down. So, away we go. Hopefully. Okay, this looks like promising. Okay. I think we're good, guys. We have slate, too. If I was doing slate roofs this season, this would be a great find. I don't think slate roofs and desert mix too well. Also, we are real deep. Like, my goodness. And we still haven't hit igneous rock yet. Oh, finally. Granite rock, okay. And peridotite, alright. That was a... That's a lot of... Or not a lot of granite there. But okay. Good to know. Alright, so... We're going to spend, like, literally a minute, hopefully. And we're just going to dig a little bit of this peridotite and make an ugly green quern. Oh, wrong pickaxe. There we go. Alright. It is indeed Dwight. Our good friend Dwight is back. Mr. Perry Dwight. Just hammer this out here. By hammer, I mean pick. The copper pickaxe drag is real. Man. Coming from the Steel Age back to the Copper Age is painful. Uncertain name likes the bugs, especially spiders. In Vintage Story, you mean you like the locusts? I think they're cool. They're very jump scary though. I mean, if you're not ready for them, and a saw blade just shows up, oh boy. AD Days says, what about a double-headed drifter carrying a saw blade and a bell? I'll pass. Thanks, but I couldn't have another bite. That's my response to that one. Tip tap, tip tap, tip tap, forever, forever, forever. Alright, we got 1. And we got 2. And we got 3. Need 1 more to make our quern. And we'll be out of here. Oh, and we need more space. Goodbye. We also need to eat. There we go. Alright, let's just do this guy here. And there we go. Enough for a quern. Alright, nobody here. That's good. It's a start. I'm actually going to break this guy and move it 1 block up. So that if anything does spawn here, they can't actually climb up and just surprise us while we're, you know, forging. Alright. Ooh, it's a high night. Let's get to bed, guys. High activity. Don't want to be here. No siree. Let's snuggle with our nice warm torch again. Yeah, awesome foe. The hunger bar does go down eventually. It's not the worst thing in the world if you go hunger for a little bit. The starvation in this game is nowhere as quick at killing you as it is in that other block game. What is quickly killing you are drifters. Hello, buddy. Oh, that was handy. Thanks for the double hit. Boop. Oh, hey, excuse you. Beat it. And gotcha. Double hit again. Nice. Alright, let's drop off some of the stones. Let's make our quern. The other unfortunate thing is that querning is a very boring task to watch too. So I'm going to do just enough for 1 barrel of limestone stuff, diluted limestone, and then we'll call it a day for now. And I might do some grinding off camera, just because it's really boring work. All right, so let's get the quern going. There we go, there's that. And let's just dump you here. All right, there's fine. Let's grab 50 of you. And let the slow grind begin. In the meantime, let's talk about some design ideas for our little oasis. I do want to encompass our friends over here in the oasis. They'll be inside it. It's going to have to be a pretty big, like, walled oasis, which will be interesting. And then, as far as gates go, we're gonna sort of be doing just north, south, east, and west, and maybe not even all of those. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't really want to deal with diagonal gates. So, yeah. And I do want to build out of sandstone. We're doing sandstone for the walls primarily. No, you can't make adobe walls, oak tree, sorry. Purple heart, probably not happening any days. Not in this design here. Yeah, Old Wolf, the traders are still here. They're on screen in the upper right-hand corner. Yeah, so sandstone everything. I think I want to do a little bit of greenery inside, too. Some acacia trees would be nice. Yeah, I probably will wall them in a little bit, or at least, like, mark where their boundaries are, Pamela. And that'd be handy to know, just so I don't accidentally try to build someplace where I can't. That'd be really irritating. So, we'll see how that goes. I think I want to also have some farms inside. Maybe not a huge one. I do also want to move some chickens inside. As I understand, the issue of chickens popcorning out of their coops or pens is no longer an issue. So I think I want to move some chickens in here. And that way, once we get into bows, we will be able to really easily have access to feathers. Although, realistically, I think in general, most players could make it the entire way through the game with just killing wild chickens forever. So. Alright, we got 13 to go. There's a part of me that kind of wants to put on a mod of like, hey, let's just speed up the hand quern a little bit. Because this is really... this is going to happen off screen, guys. This is absolutely happening off camera next time. Yeah, sorry about the Nightbot, guys. Nightbot, I did just slap it on and did not configure it. I did it like last night at like midnight or so. Ribby, I think Ribby knows what time it was. It was like 9 or 10 p.m., I think. Alright, so our quern is finished. And I actually need to go and refill my water, guys, so I'm going to be right back in just a minute. I have a little BRB screen, so we're going to see how well that works here or not. So I'll be right back in about 1 minute. Alright guys, sorry about that break. As I mentioned, I've been getting over a toddler plague for the last couple of days, and I mentioned that I was poor about drinking water last time. This time I've been, all those long pauses here and there have been me muting so I can have a chug of water. But we have this done finally. We have our first set of lime done. And, oh, there's a mortar and pestle, Eric Franzen. I wonder if that's a possibility. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our first barrels made here. We have a saw. We have some wood somewhere in one of these. Here we go. And we're going to make us a few barrels. Probably, we'll start with 3, even though I want to say like 5 is probably a better number in general. Oh, these look different now. I haven't seen these yet. Oh, these are gorgeous. Let me go put one of these down. I'll put all 3 down, in fact. Oh, I never got you. Oh, nice. These are a nice model. I will say, there is something nostalgic about the blocky models. Like the bucket used to be like a square. And like, there's something cute about it. It's, I don't know, I think these are definitely an upgrade, or at least a side grade, depending on your view. If you like the sort of stubby blockiness, I'd say the side grade. But overall, this is some good work. Oh, and there goes that drifter I was about to harvest. Let's try this one. Oh, never mind. Broke right when we got to it. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Oh, we know what else we need. We need a bucket. Luckily, we have exactly what we need right over here. Let's go ahead and make some string. And let's get our bucket going on. And we're going to bring some water over to a little puddle over here. And that'll become our fill hole for the barrels. And for, I guess for not really cooking. It'll also be for quenching our work, our forging over here. So let's just dig us a hole, say here. Right, it is sprint. Click. There we go. I'm going to fill all of these so we can prep for the entire process. Sorry about the dizzying filling there, guys. And okay, I think I have one minor complaint. I think the barrel and the bucket look too similar in inventory. I think there needs to be a little bit of a difference between the two so I don't get mixed up with them. But so let's go ahead and we're going to drop our lime in here. And now we have these rawhides. And as I recall, these each turn into 3. So this is actually the maximum amount of medium rawhides we can put in here. So, boop, away we go. We need to do 5 acacia in here. Since in the south you can use acacia, well, actually anywhere, you can use acacia in place of oak for leather making. Very, very nice. And we're going to just drop the rest of these logs in here, along with the wood. Saw goes up here. Have a bite of food to eat. Crunch, crunch, crunch. We'll probably want to start our next meal while we're here, so we can avoid having a gap where I need to like sit and babysit food while we are waiting to go on an adventure. So let's do the spelt grain. We've got 3 of those. Let's do a few of the rice here, and we'll do 3 onions. I wonder if we can do 3 peanuts. Let's find out. Can we do peanut porridge? Peanuts? No, I guess not. But onions. Onion porridge, yum yum. And actually, what I might do is we might fill this out with some more rice. Oh, we can't, right, because it's spelt grain. Shoot. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, Right, I want to do this. There we go. It's hardier now. Get a bit of luggage. And fire this up. Probably just takes 2 logs for this guy. And there we go. So, I think we are well into... We're well into our way to the copper age. I'd say we're in the copper age, but barely. But we are well on the way to having all the fun accoutrements and resources and things. So let's see about getting some of this oasis kind of planned out here. Now the thing that I think is a bit of a shame is I can't like turn this into the back wall. So we're going to have to like figure out where we can build, which is not here, but there. And put like a back wall, probably here, because they have a fence here. So I feel like this should be the back, or a back, and then over this direction would be like the front. So we'll have like a west-facing main entrance here, maybe a southerly one as well. And the north is kind of blocked off by this guy's wagon, so I think the north will be sort of like a lesser concern. But having 3 entrances isn't a bad idea, and probably even a 4th, like a postern gate back here. So we can just, like quickly get in if we're being chased and get to safety. So let's dig out the sand first, because we're going to need to be able to move these around. And I'll use limestone sand to sort this out as we go. Just because it's going to be a bit easier to spot against everything. But let's do a wall, like right up against the back here. Assuming, yes. Assuming this is a cubic, or at least a rectangular prism, like zone that they've selected here that we can't build in. So that would be our back wall. We can then come... I want some space for myself. We need a decent amount of space for ourselves. So let's say that they can't take up more than about half of like a hemisphere. So we can come over here, and that could be about the size. Let's take a look from afar. That's a little smaller than I want, so I think I'm going to come out like 5 more blocks. There we go. Eric Franson, this live stream making me start to hate Kit Kat bars. Oh, you keep getting Kit Kat ads. That's weird. Yeah, there's an art to just having to ignore or learning to ignore the ads, and it drives me nuts too. I hope, let me know if you're getting a lot of ads. I have it set to conservative, so you should only get like, I don't know, 1 every little while. So, I think that's a pretty good size. We'll go down. In fact, I might even sort of smush these guys against like the lower corner here. And only come out a few blocks in this direction, and then sort of come out a little farther up here. And that will be about the size of our oasis. I think I'm not going to measure it out too precisely, because I kind of envision this as being like, you know, some traders came through 100 years ago, and they slapped together some protections here. So we're going to go for roughly circular, and if it's not exact, I'm not going to worry about it. So there's our southern wall. Let's go to the north here. We'll come up to about here. Oops, no, that's good too. And that should give us plenty of room to have like a tree or two, a couple of acacia trees, maybe even one. If I could plant one kind of like really close to one of their carts, maybe it might grow over a bit and give them some shade. And then in like I wouldn't say a corner here, but along one of these walls here, we'll have like a chicken coop. We'll have a little garden, probably like over here, or maybe along the other sort of open area up here. And that will give us room to grow and expand and get ready for our bigger builds coming up. So I think much of this build will happen in the next stream. I'll start it here. Actually, this is a perfect doorway. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. And let's come back here and figure out where to put a door here. I think I'll put it so that we can maybe sneak through this way. This will be our little gate here. I'll make it just 1 block wide. A little like I said, I wouldn't say postern gate because it's not built into a larger gate. But this way we can have a little quick way in when we're being chased by drifters or hyenas. And then here, let's kind of center the west gate, or I guess the east gate, kind of on their camp. So we'll build it here. There we go. Let's also just drop our bucket. We don't need that right now. Pick this up so it doesn't rot as fast. There we go. And then we have the matter of the north gate, which let's center it on like these two, so you're not like walking in and having to immediately turn to avoid the carts, because there really isn't a good passageway through here. Let's have it line up with roughly this. So here. There we go. And I think that should be a pretty good start. Yeah, it's a decent size. It's a pretty decent size. So let's get some more sand and let's just, mark this out. And have a bite to eat. And a pause to hydrate. Hydration achieved. All right, so let's get a rough circle going on here. We're going to bring this out 2 more, and we'll just kind of do a 3, 2, 2, or 1, then come over a little bit like this, and make it a little bit of a wobbly curve. Again, I don't want it to be too perfect, because, we're living in the time of abacuses and, building with strings for measurements. So I think exact measurements are going to be sort of off the table here. Now, where can I build here? I can build there, but not there. Okay, so let's just do that right there exactly. The old Wolf of Farron, yes, this is sand for just playing the space. This is going to be less of a curve, so I might pull this wall back a couple more blocks just to give us room to do a gentler curve. So it's at least, I don't want to be exact, but I don't want it to be like a really lopsided, lumpy looking thing either. So got to there should be good. Let's get our shovel out, and we will also do that. So you all can see. It feels like a regular Corazar episode now. Well, that's a good thing, in a way. Aside from the format, I hope that my style isn't terribly different. Aside from the fact that I, talk to you guys too. Call and response kind of style. But let's move this up here. Let's start our curve here. Why not? That's going to be not a problem. Okay, good. And there's a good lump. So we have a bit of a lump. We have like a length of 4 here that goes directly into a 45-degree angle. That's like about as lumpy as I want. So that's a good start, I think. Now this one, let's see. Yeah, let's start the curve here. Three, and then we'll do like 4, and the rest of this comes out to here. There we go. I planned it. I planned it to end on that block perfectly. Yep. I had that in my notes here. And no, you can't see them. Not Quern. I wanted to look in... Not you. Where did I put my sand? Right, it's over here. Let's see. Are we done with sand? That we might be. We might be done with sand. So, let's actually swap to some aged sandstone. I think what I'll do here is kind of what I tend to do for my other builds, is we're going to do a bit of everything. I'm going to use some of these polished sandstone for like entryways, I think. And probably put some orange mallow away or just drop it on the ground. Pretty. And I'm going to kind of like build out sections where we have like sections of aged sandstone that kind of melds into the cobblestone, because we're not going to have enough of the ashlar to really like build the whole thing out of it. All right, so to that end, we need some more clay as well to make some more sandstone cobble. And I think for now, I am going to build this primarily out of like full blocks, because the chiseled, or sorry, the partial block, like the stairs and the slabs, have a different texture. It's sort of like it's smushed with the top. So I'm not going to build with those for now. All right, so we're going to put down, this should do. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll do entryways like this in these 3, and then the back one will just be like a little path, I think, because it wouldn't make sense to have, you know, paved stone for the entry there. Welcome, Sergey Kemshilin and Gandalf the Magenta, and yeah, welcome to the chat. I thought I saw one more name flash by, but it's gone now. There we go. Perfect. We also have a very limited amount of dry stone. Now we could of course spend a long time quarrying some sandstone to make some like modern ashlar, but I kind of feel like the oasis should be like really worn down kind of stuff. You know what? We have some spare ashlar, or spare aged polish, so let's go ahead and we'll do it here too. Why not? Or at least there. Yeah, we could go quarry some stone right now, but that would take a while. And again, I think this is like, it's going to be an old oasis. It's not new, particularly. So using kind of the worn down blocks is going to look better, I think. I might even use some like sandstone sand and just chisel it as if there were like small sections of like parged stone, and and the rest is kind of crumbling off. So we'll see how that goes though. But I think we're done with the polished. Let's get the dry stone out. And I think what I'll do for the dry stone is I'm just going to use that to indicate our gates here. It won't look all that different from the rest of it once it's all done, but it'll at least be a little bit different so we know that those where the gates are. Although, it may make sense later to come back with some like nice smoother stuff, as if the gates have been maintained more than the rest of the walls. Oops. Don't do that. You've ever created for Purple Heart door? Actually, we actually could go get Purple Heart right now if we wanted to. I just don't think Purple Heart goes well with the aesthetic here. That's why I said it wasn't going to happen. I'm actually not really planning on much, if any, Purple Heart. The color palette I'm looking at, it really wouldn't fit very well. Alright, so that's where our gates will be. Let's start on one section of wall. I don't think that we're going to get this whole thing done today. We have 20 minutes left. We'll get as much done left here as we can with the time we have. I guess I'll save that for now. But we're even pretty low on things like sandstone, stones, and clay. So we'll probably need to go on a gathering mission early next episode. Go ahead and chow down on this a little bit. And we have our shovel, and let's start with some cobblestone right here. right, so cobblestone section. Then we're going to have a bit of an interruption with some aged ashlar. Just a small one, I think. Because I feel like the ashlar, it looks a little bit like it's in better shape. And I forget where I had this, but we're going to do that right there. It's a different color. It's like it's a different shape. Maybe this is like a patch in the wall. So we'll like, apparently, use up that stack. So we'll just like turn this into something like that shape. And the bear is back. I just heard it in my headphones. Oh, bear. You just can't stay away, can you? Then we have this last bit here. I think I'll also do this. Oh, my goodness. Hello. Hello. No, thank you. I do not want your Girl Scout cookies. I do not want to talk about politics or religion. You get away from my door. Thank you. Just poke you in the butt with my spear. There we go. Alright, it might be time to rest here if it's going to be like this. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Alright, where is that, that rift? I don't see one nearby. You must have walked quite a ways to get here. Oh well. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I do want to probably work some of this up into this area here. Like so. Maybe even like that. That should be plenty for that entire section. We've patched here too. And, you know, I think I will go rest. We'll rest real quick. Make it daytime just so we can see what we're doing more than anything. And snuggle with my teddy torch. I put the torch on the pillow next to me. It's real safe. And these guys over here never sleep, apparently. And we're hitting the 5:07. Let's get up. It's probably going to be like about 7 o'clock. There we go. All right. And our food situation is pretty good for the day. If we need to, we got plenty of gazelles, and there's like a cow over there. So, yeah. Yeah, we are definitely going to probably just get the first layer done today, I think, will be the goal. You know what, I think, yeah, we'll say this was not patched on this side. And this cactus might have to go. We'll see. Well, Zamos, yeah, I would. Yeah, I do recommend stabbing the Drifter Scout cookies vendors. They're a little pushy. In fact, they're a little bit slappy. So let's do another patch. I think maybe here even. I don't want to have every patch like run up to a door. So let's do one right here. And let's do something like that. That's a patch right there. And here's a long stretch. We'll probably do another patch like here as well. Maybe just a short one like that. And we'll say that like either we'll leave it at 2 blocks tall, or we will I'll come back in and just top it off with some cobblestone. Kenneth Bennett, thank you for the support. I gotta go, Kerr. Time for that vacation we talked about. I'm glad I was able to make it. Hey, I'm glad you were too. Thanks for coming to the stream, and hope to see you either next time, or if you can't make it to the next one, then in a future stream. So you take care. The cobblestone looks like potatoes. Mr. Pathan, yeah, they do a bit. I don't know if you saw the season 2 of the guide series, but I got quite a bit of flack for my baked bean floor. when I used the, not peridotite, the orange stone that I can't think of right now. Not peridotite. Bauxite, not P. Yeah, bauxite for the cobblestone for the floor in the forge. And yeah, I got a few comments like, "Those look like big beans," and then you can't unsee it once someone points that out. So let's do a second patch right here, a small patch. Just 3, I think. And we'll do it like that. There we go. And this time we'll do another patch right up against the door here. Probably a bit over the door, just like that. And that should do. And not quite out of sandstone cobble yet. We can make some more. I think we will need to make some more. So let's grab our clay and some of these guys. Let's just finish up whatever we can here. There we go. And why am I walking around with pieces of wood in my inventory? Heck is this? Who does that? Oh, streamers do. You know, that probably shouldn't go next to the very, very hot fire, pit kilns. Let's just put those there. It's safer. All right, so you get to go in here. And, ooh, lightning strike. Let's finish up this ring around here. And we'll do a patch here, I think. Just a small one. And continue the way around here. Welcome to Solitary Gaming. An uncertain name. I've not seen, didn't see pop up yet. Thanks for coming to the stream, guys. I think we'll do our last patch here a little bit away from the door. Again, we don't want to have too many that, like, it makes it look like the doorways have to have the patches. So let's end it like here. Maybe I'll even have it curve a 6 block into here. So there we go. And then we're going to use probably the rest of this to finish this patch. This will be maybe a bigger one. And let's do that. That's our patch right there. And there we go. Okay. So we can go ahead and let's just finish out some of this with 2 blocks just to get it done and get this sort of out of our inventory and our storage system. There we go. Have a bit of breakfast. Big breakfast, but breakfast nonetheless. Just Ash, thanks for coming. I'm doing well, better than I was earlier in the week. I had toddler plague, and it was a blast. Sometimes literally. I was sneezing this week. So yeah, this is a pretty good start to our little oasis. I'm envisioning, let's maybe get some. Ooh, I wonder if our acacias have grown, and they have. Look at that over there. Let's take our newfangled shears over and attend to those acacias with prejudice. And then we'll bring back some seeds and plant them around here. And then next stream, at some point, we should have some very pretty acacias that can approximate palm trees. Since I don't have the leaf cutter mod on, I can't collect leaves. So we have to kind of just hope things grow the way they want them to. But let's go ahead and shear us up some of these here leaves. There we are. Oh, and hey, our big old block of papyrus has grown too. That's getting me in the mood for a bit more smithing today, guys, before we end the stream here. Because I think it would behoove us to make a scythe and probably some more nails and strips. And we'll pour those into the molds that we just made earlier in the stream. That we don't have to spend time smithing them. And let's just go ahead and pop some ladders up here. Yes, someone asked what we were making here. We are making an oasis. It'll be sort of the first... it'll be the first build. I don't want to call it a mini build, but it's like... It's meant to be a starter build. So it won't be super fancy because we don't really have the materials nor the speed of tools to really go about making it like a late game Lupine Ridge style build, you know, or at least that level of detail. We could come through in a later time and like do a second pass and add some details, and we probably will at some point, because this build will be visible from our final base here eventually, once I settle on exactly where it's going to go. Let's drop these trees. Oh, you're in the ground. Is that supposed to be like that? I don't think I planted it a block in the ground, but there we go. And we only got 5 seeds, which is unusually low for these trees. They're usually, here we go, 6. Usually brimming with leaves here. But we can plant at least these 3 seeds over in our oasis and get that going on. I wonder if it removes the sand below it and replaces it with a log if you grow a tree on sand. The Kapok didn't do that, I don't think. Zamos, does planting trees or on sand or dirt affect growth time? No, it does not. In fact, most trees you can plant like underwater. I think even acacias can. Boop. Yep. And they'll grow just fine there too. But yeah, let's do a scythe and get that knocked down. Because it would be nice to have rope ladders as well, because they're reusable. So we have 4 seeds. Let's plant one back here. I think this will be like our shade area. So let's plant one a little ways away from the wall there. How close can we get you here? Perfect. And then one like here. And then one... Ooh, maybe... I probably can't do it in here. So let's put one like right on this side of the entryway. Yeah, right about here should be good. And we will have to move these pit kilns for next time. I mean, it won't burn up this here, but if it grows over this direction, we could end up with a minor fire hazard. We're not going to burn anything down because it's all sand here. And I think what I might do is I might come through with some sandstone gravel at some point and do paths rather than the traditional paths, because they're kind of like super dark brown. They look a little too earthy, too lush. So I don't think they would fit the aesthetic here. But let's get... Do I have any more? I don't have more ingots. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have any coal. I have 0 coal. I guess we are not making a scythe today, are we, guys? Let's just drop our wood here. And I think for now, we're going to finish organizing our inventory, drop off things, prep for next stream. And I'll put up a poll of whether I should do the panning of bony soil on stream or off, and see what people think. And I'll sort of go with whatever the flow is there. We are good on papyrus for the time being anyway, so it's not a super high priority. But I think we'll begin next stream by doing a bit of prospecting and seeing if we can find coal. We should be able to find some somewhere, because this is all sedimentary rock, except for over here. This is slate, which is metamorphic. And there's bauxite, looks like, over here. Oh, wow. We're close to bauxite, too. Very cool. but there's probably coal somewhere in this sort of greater area. It can spawn in any of these 3 rock types. We just haven't found any yet with our singular. We have a sample size of 1, so not great. Not great. Was there coal in the mine shaft? I only saw, let's take a look. We got a couple minutes here. I only saw, if I can get down the mine shaft, there we go. We have some flint. I don't think I saw coal down here. When I took the sample, when I took the prospecting sample, it said there is minuscule amounts of bituminous coal, which means that there could be some in the general area, but we'd probably want to go at least a couple chunks north and south and east and west to find it. So it's very unlikely that there will be much, if any, here in this specific chunk. Pamela thought the flint was coal. Yep, oh, that's no worries. No worries. There are a lot of things in game that can be easily mistaken for other things, so not to worry. Well, I think we've made some pretty good progress today. We have no way of getting up onto here, except we jump from over here. Here we go. We have the gentle music to see us off into the sunset. But yeah, I think we made some great progress here. We have our first start of the Oasis wall going on. And we actually got the whole way around, which is a nice surprise. I didn't think we had enough material for that. We might take down that sometime pretty soon, just for the materials. And hello, Rift. I might see. I don't see any more sandstone ruins up in here. Like, they would be pretty visible on the map if there were. There could be something right here, but I'm not sold on that, and that's in limestone anyway. So yeah, we could definitely do for some materials to fill out more of the wall. And I think we'll start, though, with some prospecting. And I'll bet there'll be a lot of questions on prospecting because it's a tricky subject. So, everybody, we're a minute and a half early, but I think I'm going to bid you all farewell for the day, for the week, and to make sure you keep your eyes out for the next stream. It's not going to be a solid always Saturday or always Sunday thing. It'll be sort of play it by ear depending on our real-life schedule. But I'm going to try to make it always to be, or as often as possible, from 10 to 1 my time. So hopefully that bit of consistency will help people plan around showing up. So thanks to everybody for coming to the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, my name has been Kurzar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.